Hi, everybody. It is Saturday, January 11th, 2020. Um, Update on some idiots and some new idiots. God. So, if you didn't watch my last video, I know it was kind of long, but you should go back and watch that. A guy opened a case while I was recording. Um, I'm not shipping to France anymore. I've already blocked the country. Just like three people in a row. So there was a guy. I mentioned the last video, item not received case, 15 days after he received his item, which he lost. This last guy buys something, asks a bunch of stupid questions, um, pays. Then, as soon as he knew it was on its way, and I shipped through UPS because I knew he was going to be a problem, and I wanted to make sure I had detailed tracking all the way to France and all the way to his fucking door. Canada Post sometimes gets a little weird and you gotta like manually request stuff. So yeah, as soon as he knew it was on its way, he opened a return request through eBay and sent a bunch of messages, digging his hole deeper and deeper. So he's claiming it wasn't authentic because people on a message board for this franchise told him so. Tried to claim they all worked at Beckett and JSA. No, they don't. And each of these companies, they only have like 2 or 3 authenticators that even work there. And guaranteed they're not on these message boards. Even if you looked at like secretaries and I don't know, the guy who makes the coffee, you still the odds of having multiple people who work at these companies on this franchise's message board. No, not happening. When asked for names, he couldn't provide any, but then tells me he's throwing my information all out there. Not cool. And so here's his information for everybody. Um, he's not going to use the same eBay account because he's got a feedback saying he's a scammer. Um, and of course, they usually just change to new ones. But this is his info. Yeah. Uh, what else was I going to say? Okay, yeah. So the point is that in that video, uh, he had opened a case as soon as he knew it was on its way. Opens a return request. He loses that based on his messages. We're proving he's full of shit. And because you can't return something you don't have. Like this is clearly a scam. So eBay denies him, closes the claim right away, and he then okay, so actually this is like 4 in the morning too. When UPS opened, because of what was happening, I told him this is a case of mail fraud. This is what he's trying to do. So they took all the information so they could contact the proper authorities and they seized the package. So he wouldn't get it. They start bringing it back to me. I don't know how far I had made it. When I mailed it, I made a special fucking trip an hour away to Regina just to mail this goddamn package. I don't even know if I left Regina, but they seized it. He goes to PayPal, opens a claim there, and sends a whole bunch more messages. But now he's begging for me to stop the return. Because now he's claiming, well, I shouldn't say claiming, we know he wants this, he just doesn't want to pay for it. So he's saying he wants this so badly. Cancel the return. Cancel the return. It's an item not received case because it was just shipped and because you tried to rip me off on it. That's why you haven't received it, buddy. So, yeah, this was, yeah, Thursday or Friday. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of messages. Friday, I think this is all going down. I don't know. It's my days are running together. But I remember I said, fine, you have said a dozen times here that you want this item, that you want the return halted. You've also said that you sent multiple messages through eBay indicating how bad you want this item and that you wanted the return canceled. So all evidence is saying you want this. So there definitely should not be another return or any cases open once you get it. I said, I'll call UPS and have them get it going back your direction. And that was on Friday night. I had stopped replying to his messages for a while. I think he had started things on Thursday. I don't know. And then that video took 2 days to upload. Anyways, I know that was Friday night because he says, nope, you call now. No, it's 9 o'clock on a Friday. I can't call now. And they're not open on the weekend. I will call Monday. Also, I'm not in a rush to do things because the longer his money is tied up with me, the less money he has to try to rip someone else off. So I'll keep his money tied up as long as I can. Monday morning came. Before I could even call or anything, and I was in no rush to call again. I had other things to do. My husband had just got home from work. He works Graves. And we hear something at the door, and I jump up and I run. And it's UPS. The driver, for a package that required signature confirmation, was just trying to leave it in my mailbox and run away. So I stop him and I say, no, no, no. This has signature confirmation. You can't just leave this. And two, I can't accept this right now because I need to talk to PayPal again and find out exactly what they want or what I should do here. I said, I'm not accepting this right now. You can come back with it. And he says, well, I don't know what they're going to do with it when I take it back. If it had duty fees owing and I wasn't home, you would have to take it back and come again. So it'd be the same thing. That's what you're going to do. But this guy, our UPS driver, he's a dick and he's sketchy as all hell. We've had like several problems with UPS over just the last few months. I think something's up with the guy. This isn't even UPS because we don't have UPS. We have an independent courier, Coots Courier, that delivers for UPS. We have a UPS store in Regina, but no actual UPS, just this independent thing, which is probably part of the problem. So, yeah, sent it back with them. Called PayPal, and then messages started actually right away. I didn't check the tracking, but I think when he had stuck it in the mailbox, I think he updated it to say delivered and then took that off to just, it was still saying pending return or whatever it said. But yeah, within like 2 minutes of him being there, messages started coming again from the scammer. So yeah, I ignored him for a while. Then he started messaging on eBay. I was doing other things. And then I did talk to UPS to update them on what was going on. I said, this needs to get going back again the other direction. Send it off to France. Alert the authorities there. So I don't know how the cops there when it gets delivered. I don't care. I don't know what you do, but it's just full on mail fraud is what's happening here, and I can guarantee he's going to keep trying to fight this and yeah, opening cases or whatever the fuck he's going to do. So yeah, called UPS, but when I finally replied to his message, I left it kind of vague so he wouldn't know or not. And the tracking hadn't updated. It hadn't said anything else. It was still just saying pending return. I actually had to wait for a call back from UPS. They said they're going to call back. But anyways, so I had left it kind of vague when I replied to scammer here. But he thought it was coming back again. And so what does he do? As soon as he thinks it's on his way to him, he escalated the PayPal case. Which would be stupid of him. Like, you're claiming not received, so now if something comes to you, you lose your case. He's not smart. He's really fucking stupid. And I said, like, you scammers, it's always the same things. You always try the same shit. I'm used to it. I know what you're doing. I know what you're going to do. I'm still like 5 moves ahead of you. You're stupid. But yeah, so anyways, that's what he does. And of course, at that point, PayPal just kind of, what's the word I want? It was escalated, but it's pending or holding or whatever for like however many days. And like I said, I'm in no rush to do things because I'll leave his money tied up so he can't scam other people with it. But now we're trying to figure out with UPS. It was held. Well, not held. It was marked as refused. The driver marked it refused. he didn't just take it back to be delivered again. To be the dick that he is, he wrote refused delivery on it and took it back to the office. But now again, because we'd had so many issues with UPS, I called and I found out it was Coutts Courier that they delivered through. I didn't know who it was before. Find this out, call Coutts Courier, talk to one of the supervisors there, just to make a general complaint about him. And she said, "Oh, an eBay sale, an eBay package." She goes, "We have this here." She goes, "It's sitting in the office. He wrote refused on it." So she nabbed that, set it aside. My husband was able to pick it up the next morning. So we have it here. At this point, I could just leave his money tied up for like another 6 days or something and refund, or I can ship it again. It'll cost me another $30 to ship it again. Which, yeah, that would suck because I'm already not making very much off of this. So but to take another $30 hit, that would, yeah. Again, it's leave things tied up as long as possible and prove that scammers don't win. Scammers are so full of shit. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm still not decided. I guess we'll see how many other idiots I have to deal with along the way. Because there's another one. Oh, no, let me tell you about another person from France. So Friday, while I'm dealing with this guy, and he's sending all these messages, another message comes in from someone else in France. Again, brand new user, just joined, asking me if they bought a bunch of stuff, if they could have the same, like only pay for shipping on one. And like, what? No, because that will change the size and the weight, so shipping would go up. And two, no, because then I don't have tracking numbers to prove you got all these things. And three, I said I'm not even shipping to France anymore. Because at that point, I was like about to block France in my settings when that message came in. I'm sure it's this guy. Whether he was just seeing if I would respond to a message since I was ignoring him at that point, or trying to start up another scam, I don't know. But yeah, anyways. So the other idiot I have right now, opened a return request today. They bought an item, I think the sale was December 29th. I didn't look that closely. They just received it yesterday. But they opened a claim claiming not authentic, which would mean that I would be paying for the shipping there, that I would have to refund that, and technically would have to pay for the shipping back, but they have to front that anyway. Since I'm in Canada, I can't send return shipping labels. And when people are full of shit, I don't. So, anyways, that's what he selects for the reason. This guy's a seller himself too, so he should know how things work. But then attaches a message to it that basically just says they didn't look at or read anything. He says the photo is kind of fuzzy, which you can see that. You can see in the photos I posted of it that it was kind of pixelated. Like, especially in the close-up of the signature and the photo, you can see crystal clear signature and the around it was pixelated. So you should have been looking. This is one of the reasons I give close-ups of things. Also, the COA was clearly shown, and the description said where it was from. It's my company. And so he says, the photo was fuzzy, and I wanted one with Beckett authentication. Then why would you have bought that? Why did you knowingly come somewhere that's showing another company? So I called eBay. There will be updates on this, but if anybody has had this happen and knows what the fuck is going on, like, comment. Give me a heads up, because I have no clue. This has never happened before. Called eBay. I said, I have a real problem with this because in the message, they are saying it's buyer remorse. That they're stating reasons that were like shown and described. So they can't, this isn't a matter of it not being authentic. The rep says, well, I can extend this for 5 days. I said, no, once I accept the return, they already get 10, so they don't need another 5. But why now do I have to pay refund or shipping there? Because it's not going to give you an option once you issue any refunds. I said this is ridiculous, and supposedly they were implementing changes to protect top-rated sellers. So why is none of this actually happening? And anyways, the phone call ended with her. I thought she said she was putting a note on the case. Yeah, get off the phone, click accept. Screen loads to an error saying can't do this because the return is closed. What the fuck? How is the return closed? Go look at my messages. There's a message from eBay saying the return was closed and they've opened a case on my behalf. And this case is a 5-day hold, basically. But then it says they'll contact me within 48 hours with more info, saying they're contacting the buyer for more information. So, yeah, have never seen this happen before. Just from what she was saying about how we can't change the reasoning of things, I don't know, like she really wasn't sounding that helpful. Like, so it doesn't sound like I don't have hope that this will be a good thing on my behalf. Yet when they're saying they're investigating and asking for more information from the buyer, when somebody says not authentic, but then says, "Oh, I just didn't look at or read anything," like that shouldn't go in the buyer's favor. That should only go in my favor. So yeah, I don't know, but I've never had that happen before, and we've had other stupid return reasons and false claims, and that hasn't happened before with any of them. This is the first time they've done that. So yeah, is this part of that actual protection that they claim that they're offering? Like, are they actually, or what? I don't know. Try to ask around, but people are dumb and everybody's just like, you should have accepted the return. I didn't not accept it. I was trying to, but I was arguing with eBay first. Somebody, every time you call eBay, you get a defect for asking for help. No, you don't. You definitely don't. No. If you get a defect, it was because you did something else. I don't know, but you don't get defects for calling them. Also, yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, anyways. People are just dumb. What was my other? Oh, another return. I think this is already opened when I recorded my last video. Buyer took the full, well, I don't know, probably the full 10 days. I don't know what days eBay took as a holiday, but they took forever to ship something back. Did return something. The item came back. It was returned. They didn't even open it. Like, they opened the package, and I had the item in a box wrapped in bubble wrap, and they had taken that out because that was secured to the box with tapes to keep it from moving anymore. But they never removed the bubble wrap. So yeah, anyways, I guess that was just buyer's remorse too. But the item at least did come back. I had to refund the shipping there because again, they select untrue reasons. But yeah, I didn't refund them extra for their goddamn shipping back. What other idiot? Oh, yeah, the other guy. So, item for sale. This is the username. I'll pop it up. I forget it right now. Sends me a message last night. I don't usually do auctions, but I had an auction going. And he says, I can't bid on this. Can I buy it now? I'll give you this much more. I was like, well, if you can't bid, there's a reason. So I look. Buyer requirements log said it was because he had too many unpaid item strikes. And my settings are 2 strikes within 30 days. So I said that. I'm like, you were blocked because you have unpaid items. He replies back and says, yeah, but they're all just from within the last month, and it's because I had problems with sellers after buying things. That means you're a problem. Yeah, there's some dumbass sellers and some sketchy sellers, but no, there's no way that would result in you getting an unpaid item unless you're like scammer in France who buys things and then asks dumb questions. So no, you suck. And looked closer at his feedback. He only has like 28 feedback, and 7 of them are people saying did not pay, did not pay, did not pay. One seller says something about he bought 3 items and didn't pay. So at least 7 items, I guess maybe 9, not paid for. And if there's that many people who left feedback saying that, I'm sure there's a lot more who didn't leave feedback saying that he didn't pay. So yeah, I just replied back and I said, no, that doesn't sound right at all. Saying this is all just within a month doesn't make it any better. And there's a lot. You have at least 7, according to the feedback you received. And then he replies again and tries to say that, oh yeah, I know the feedback from my family doesn't look good. So now you're trying to blame other people for your buying. You're supposed to only be using your account. Like you're supposed to safeguard it. What else did he say? Oh, then he tried to say something about having gift cards. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm just gonna bring it up. I use my phone for my light, but I gotta read this email. Where is it? I could pay for this on Monday if you gave me a chance. I'd come through. If not, I'll just rebet and maybe I'll win. He's already blocked. Like he's on my block list. I've started my own business and it's been a struggle. I completely understand. So that also tells me he's another seller, and they're usually a problem. I completely understand, and with my family's feedback, I probably deserve it. Not to mention, I had $750 in prepaid cards that were not accepted by eBay. That I don't know what the hell you're trying to use. Oh, turn my light off. Anyways, yeah. So that guy. Is there any other idiots to tell you about? I think that's it. I think that's it for now. Those updates. So yeah, there will be an update on the guy from France, and there will be an update on whatever the hell this other return is happening with this 5-day hold. If I forget anything else, if I remember later, I'll just put in a different video. Sorry this one took so long. Thank you for watching. Good night.